What's your financial goal?
You want more money? Turn what you know into dough. Start hanging out with the people who have it. You create wealth on your own terms. It is not only your rights, but your duty to build wealth.
You are fiscally fabulous.
It's time to enjoy your legacy.
You're listening to Fiscally Fabulous with Dr. Teresa R. Martin, Esquire, a podcast that aims to provide you with the tools, guidance, and encouragement you need to build your wealth, enjoy your wealth, and leave a lasting legacy. Dr. Martin is an accomplished attorney, speaker, business consultant, and real estate strategist, an all-around self-made success who provides highly sought-after expert consulting in the creation, growth, and maintenance of generational wealth.
Welcome to Fiscally Fabulous Lifestyle with Dr. Teresa Martin. I'm Dr. Teresa Martin, and today we are talking all things women in a male-dominated field. So tune in, be right back.
Fiscally fabulous, fiscally fabulous, fiscally fabulous, fiscally fabulous. Lifestyle business is money. How can I make them work for me? Lifestyle business is money. How can I make them work for me? That's when I call Dr. Teresa and tell her I need her. The financial mistress can help you build your businesses.
Hi, Fabulous. It's Dr. Teresa Martin, your favorite legal and business strategist, and you're tuned in to Fiscally Fabulous Lifestyle.
Fiscally fabulous, fiscally fabulous, fiscally fabulous, fiscally fabulous.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to Fiscally Fabulous Lifestyle with Dr. Teresa Martin. Today, I have my resident recurring guest, Miss Keesha Gibson, who is my business development and operational management specialist. And today, we are talking about women in a male-dominated industry. Keesha, thank you so much for coming on and being bold enough to have this conversation with me.
Thank you for having me.
You always, when you come, first of all, you're so like, so you're so like, and I'm always like, but, so thank you so much. But this is important.
Yeah.
So how do you feel when you are in business development, dealing with finances, business plans, and operational management things and strategy, but it's really men who is in these business, rooms and tables who you're issuing these business plans to? Have you ever had any negative experiences, dealing with that?
I had some. I wouldn't say it's a negative. I would say challenges, especially dealing with, especially in finance and in funding. That is a male-dominant world, especially dealing with investors and lenders. It's an old game, right? And it's male-dominant. And I don't think it's so much nowadays an intentional move for men right now. I think we had this discussion the other day where I think it's just what they're used to. Traditionally, they're used to being in power, being in control, right? And women, we're strong.
Some women are strong.
Well, for the most part in business, we are strong, and we bring a different element to the table that I think they're not used to. And traditionally, we are groomed to be in these roles. Like, for example, boys are brought up trained to be competitors, to compete with each other, right? Whereas, we're a little bit more traditional. We pay attention to detail. We play house and with our dolls, and we shut up the whole thing. So we're groomed differently. And then when we come into these rooms, it's just a different element that provides more. We bring more detail and information to the table, I think, whereas the men, they just want to get the deal done, close it out. Whereas we ask questions and we want to be clear, and, before we move forward or take the next step, we want to know what we're doing, and we want that clarity.
It's hard, though.
It's very hard.
It's hard from a standpoint of, and I like the fact that you said it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my experience.
No.
So, and my experience from the legal side is I always, I remember going to a closing. I'm the attorney, right? I'm representing the buyer. And I remember going to the closing, and and this is multiple closings, and them sitting around the table, waiting for the attorney to show up, because it was automatically presumed that I was a paralegal.
Okay.
So they sat there, and me, I'm waiting for, I don't know.
Right.
Right. But that was always, my experience. Whenever I walk into the room, I was never the person that had the power. So they thought I did, but they didn't think that, right? And so for me, I think the challenge was always finding that I had to prove myself, okay? And so even when I have a conversation with my male counterpart, it's always a matter of I'm being interviewed. Like, how can you possibly know X, Y, and Z? Now, I'm not saying it's all, bad, because I interview people as well.
Right.
So, so I think that that's important, but I think it's more important that we recognize our space.
Exactly.
And as women, we're confident in our space. And we have conversation all the time in business that we talk about. A lot of times we're not confident in what we're doing because we're not proven. So I do know that we had challenges,
Of course.
but I like what you said. So that's why I love the perspectives, because I go in, I think it's, and then
But, I mean, years ago, I worked for a nonprofit where I was the first woman to hold the position in like 50 years. And at the time, the same organization had leadership. The corporate, the headquarters had a female in leadership, and that was different. But like I said, they were used to having a male in that position. And we had a special event. It was a fundraiser at a golfing event, and I was riding around in a golf cart, making sure folks were, comfortable and and having fun. And it was actually two women that asked me to bring them back a drink, and they didn't know I was the director of the organization. So like I said, it was presumed. And so there are ways to to address it and challenge it, but like you said, you have to be comfortable in that space. And I think those are the lessons that we have to have going through these business journeys, to kind of set the stage for us, and how do you address those challenges without knocking somebody upside the head, like we want to do in our heads, right? In our heads.
I tell people all the time, I say, the bedroom is not always the fast track to the boardroom, right? And so I am confident in my space and doing what I do. I said, one of the things that I love about being in this space, because I'm in the legal space, I'm in the real estate space, I'm in the business space, I'm in the finance space, right? That triple threat
Exactly.
is
You can't
kind of
possibly
important,
know it all. Right.
And I still learn.
Exactly.
That's why I love having people like you on the show and things of that sort, because it's a learning journey, and we as sisters have to empower each other, which is the meaning of Fiscally Fabulous in the first place. And it's exciting. It's just exciting to just be on this lifestyle journey. It's imperative that we take it in our business journey.
Yes.
So I'm super excited about that. So what we're going to do now, because this is like, deep. So we are definitely, going to bring back this conversation when we come back. But now we have to pay some bills. But tune in here.
Welcome to RIA NYC, where eager to learn entrepreneurs become wealthy and happy to teach investors. When life gives you lemons, draft a business plan. Call your girls and build an empire of lemon-inspired beverages. Because a real investor understands that in these times, you have to have more than one gig. It's not simply lemonade anymore, boss ladies. Nothing happens until you decide to change your life. But when you do, make more than just lemonade. Oh, and do it in great company. Call us today and build your empire.
Welcome back to Fiscally Fabulous Lifestyle. We have been having a wonderful conversation regarding women in a male-dominated industry. Keesha, before we went to break, we were talking about, the male side and the male-dominated side. But I do want to touch upon women doing business with women. Have you had any experience with that? What's your thought?
Oh, yes. I've had a lot of experience with that. I would say, you know, so far, half of the time I spent in this career has been working with women. And there's a good side and there's a bad side to it as well. You know, we are because of the challenges that we experience, you know, we kind of, I've experienced that lashing out between women as well, that competition and the ego. We've experienced that as well. And I've been in a couple of situations where colleagues have, you know, put those challenges before me, or, you know, they challenge me to, let's say challenge, the ego comes out a little bit more so in a competitive way and in a personal way. And I think when you
It can only be one.
Oh, no.
It can only be one.
No, not necessarily. And I think, you know, we do that. We kind of, you know, we bring each other down in a way, instead of lifting each other up. And as a professional, you know, you try to keep it on a straight and narrow path. It is a challenge, you know. But I'm here when I work with folks. I'm like, look, I'm here to work with you. We're working together. We're gonna make this happen, you know. And we've worked on projects before where it's like, you know, well, that doesn't even exist because we're in two different industries, but we work together and bring information to kind of like help each other, and, you know, we bring our skills and our wisdom. You know, I mean, everyone has something to contribute to help someone, you know, with their business, be it, you know, the nuggets and the gems that you bring through your show, or, you know, any advice that you would give, you know, legally. There's always something to help a woman empower each other. And I wish that would happen more with us, you know, rather than looking at it on a competitive.
Well, what about, and this is, you know, this is before I forget the message, right? It's like, you know, I'll get my thought out. One of the biggest things that I have is, you know, we have these empowerment conferences, you know, Women Empowerment Conference, and go to the Women Empowerment Conference, and then you go to the Women Empowerment Conference, hold hands, kumbaya, whatever. As soon as you leave the conference, you know, you don't even speak to me in the parking lot, you know. So for me, sometimes I just feel the competition, and people don't understand what competition is. And I have to just bring that back again as far as what we talked about is confident. I am confident that you couldn't take my client if you tried, because my sheep will always know my voice. You know, that's what I bring. So I can collaborate with you. I bring different things to the table, and we really add value.
Exactly.
And that means to everything. You know, we're talking about from race to gender, you know, everything. You know, the lifestyle choices, you know, we make prejudgments on people.
Exactly.
I don't judge anyone. I love my peoples. Okay? Because you're here for a reason. And my goal for Fiscally Fabulous is really just to let people understand that you serve a purpose. You know, and one of the things that I was sharing with the makeup artist today is I was sharing him a story when someone said, "Oh, you, Dr. Martin, you're the best," you know. And I was like, I looked and he's like, you know, the best. Okay, what is that? You know, because I took it as an offense. And he was like, "No, the best is good. The best is good. The best is good. The best is good." I was like, you know, I don't ever strive to be the best, because I strive to be the standard. And that's what I am. So you can go find the best, but I'm the standard.
Right.
So, because there's always been a best.
Exactly.
Right? There's always been a best. So my point is that in business and in life, and tell me if you agree with this, you need to strive to be appreciated, respected, and compensated.
Exactly.
And once you have those things, that's the formula.
Exactly.
And whatever form that comes in.
And just knowing too that, you know, like you said, there is, you know, there's room for everyone. You know, I tell our clients, find your space and where you fit when you collaborate with people. It's not about, you know, my idea, your idea, and my idea is the best. Work together and figure out how you complement. I don't know everything. And in my business, we don't do everything. I want to offer the most we could possibly offer to folks. So if I don't know legal, I'm calling you. If there's a legal thing to a compliance, I'm calling Teresa, because that's your lane, you know, and just understanding your colleagues' lanes and where you fit in, and vice versa. Like with the nonprofit thing, it works because we know our boundaries, our limits, and how we could possibly work together. And that's how it works, rather than butting heads and, oh, they're going to take my idea. No, it's not that game. You can have an idea, and, it's great to have ideas. Everybody has ideas, but can it be implemented and executed? That's something else, and you may have to find that person to help you do that, and I think if we thought more on that way, that there's space for everyone, and figure that out, I think we would work together much better.
Love it. I love it. I loved it. I think collaboration and cooperation
Yes.
is 1% the key.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we need to learn. So I want to thank you again. And I know that we have to wrap up and go to another break, but I definitely love this conversation because lifestyle, we definitely have to talk about this more.
Yes.
All different types of topics. So, but without further ado, we have to be right back because we have to pay some bills. So I'll see you when you get back.
Welcome to RIA NYC, where eager to learn entrepreneurs become wealthy and happy to teach investors. Nothing happens until you decide to change your life. Oh, and do it in great company. Call us today and build your empire.
Welcome back to Fiscally Fabulous Lifestyle with Dr. Teresa Martin. We have had a fantastic conversation with Keesha Gibson of Gibson Consulting, and she is our resident expert in business development and operational management. Keesha, I want you to share with the audience how they can get in contact with you and share with them some nuggets that you want to leave.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I had such a great time. Well, you can reach out to the company at kgibsonllc.com. That's kgibsonllc.com. And just a word, to women out there in business, female entrepreneurs, small business owners, can't do it by yourself. So reach out to us, reach out to Dr. Martin, reach out to Gibson Consulting, and we look forward to working with you and helping your business grow.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be right back after this short message.
Reasons for legal counsel are many. With the law offices of Teresa R. Martin, PC, you walk in looking for solutions, but when you walk out with a growth mission and a support network. martinlegal.com.
Thank you for tuning in to Fiscally Fabulous Lifestyle with Dr. Teresa Martin. This has been a fantastic episode as we talk about women in a male-dominated industry with Miss Keesha Gibson. But I want you to know that we as women, we need to get it together. We need to work together. We need to collaborate. So understand that in order for you to be fiscally fabulous, you need to understand that you need to collaborate with your brothers and your sisters, and you can't do it alone. So just remember to tune in next time, and you are fiscally fabulous, and you are so worth it.
This has been Fiscally Fabulous with Dr. Teresa R. Martin, Esquire. If you would like to learn more on how you can build generational wealth and leave a lasting legacy, go to www.enjoyyourlegacy.com and be sure to subscribe. Thank you for listening. Until next time.